guys, welcome back to another Spanish lesson. Today I'm so excited because this lesson is something that I feel like a lot of people want to understand, but it's just kind of hard to kind of get through your brain. So I'm really excited to talk to you about it. So today we're going to be talking about feminine and masculine words, right? So when you think of feminine and masculine, you'll think of like female or male, right? But in Spanish, it's just a way to describe the words. They don't have anything to do with like the gender of an object, right? So, for example, in English, we'll have table. This is the easiest one for me to explain. So we're gonna use table. So table in Spanish is mesa, right? And so if you think of Spanish words that you might already know, like niña or niño for a boy and a girl, those end in A's and O's. So when you have niña, which means girl, and niño, which means boy, you can see that those words end in an O and an A, right? So that's an easy way to remember femininity and masculinity. So when a word ends in an A, like mesa, that's a feminine word, right? So let's talk a little bit about the ways to describe a word, right? So in English, we have the word the, right? But in Spanish, there's 4 ways to say the, and this scared me so bad when I was first learning Spanish, which obviously you're like, how am I supposed to know when to use what, right? But it's actually really simple. So we have la and las, and then el and los. So these ones on the top are feminine, right? And the ones on the bottom are masculine. We're gonna keep using our word mesa, table. So for this one, you can see that la has an A in it, and so does mesa, which makes mesa feminine. So if we're trying to say that we have one table, you would say la mesa, because there's just one, right? But if you notice in las, there's an S. And in English, S is typically plural, right? I have pencils, I have tables, right? Multiple. So if we're having many tables, a lot of tables, las mesas, right? Like, will you please set up las mesas, right? Because there's multiple of them, so you have to add the S on the end. So you can't just say the tables or the table. There's a different the if there's multiple of the thing you're talking about. Does that make sense? So for the masculine, we're gonna come up with a masculine word, right? We're gonna use mirror, which is espejo, right? Same thing, right? El doesn't end in an O, right? But you just kind of have to remember like el espejo, right? And espejo, as you can see, ends in an O, therefore it's masculine. So el espejo is masculine, and same thing. For las mesas, we have los espejos, right? We're selling los espejos in aisle 3, right? Same thing. When there's an S on the end of the word you're talking about, you'll use the plural version of the. I think it's kind of funny that I asked you guys if this makes sense, but it's not like you're going to be able to answer me. Comment if it doesn't make sense, and I will explain further. Okay, so just to recap, we have the. And this is split into 4 words in Spanish. We have the feminine, and we have the masculine. The singular feminine the is la, and the plural feminine the is las. And then the masculine singular the is el, and the masculine plural the is los. So that's just a really simple way to remember the femininity and masculinity of the. There's 4 versions, and you just have to kind of remember which one's which, right? Las mesas, la mesa, el espejo, and los espejos. So if you have any questions about femininity and masculinity, please comment them below, and I can make another video explaining those further. But I hope this helped, and make sure to come back next time for another Spanish lesson. See you guys.